It was a rainy Tuesday morning in Portland, Oregon. The sky was heavy, the roads slick with water, and the paramedics from Station 17 were racing to an emergency call just outside the city. The siren wailed as the ambulance cut through traffic, until suddenly the driver slammed the brakes. In the middle of the road stood a white dog, soaked, shivering, and motionless. Its eyes locked on the ambulance like it had been waiting for them. The driver honked, once, then again. Nothing. This was no ordinary stray. Lisa, one of the EMTs, stepped out to move the dog. It didn't run. It didn't bark. It simply backed away a few steps, then sat down, watching her. Lisa tried to guide it off the road. It obeyed, but only temporarily. As soon as she got back in the vehicle, the dog returned to the exact same spot. That's when something shifted inside her. This dog was trying to say something. It wasn't lost. It had a purpose. So Lisa got out again, more gently this time, and crouched down. The dog didn't come closer, but it turned slowly, then trotted off toward the forest lining the road. She followed, through the bushes, down a small slope, her boots slipping in the wet grass. And there, beneath a cluster of evergreens, she found him, a man in his 70s, lying unconscious on the damp ground, barely breathing. She shouted for her partner to call it in. The dog stood nearby, pacing nervously, urging them to hurry. They carried the man back to the ambulance. The dog tried to climb in after them. Lisa hesitated, then opened the door. The dog curled up at the man's feet, quiet and still. At the hospital, doctors confirmed it, a stroke. If they had arrived even 20 minutes later, it would have been too late. Over the next few days, the dog waited outside the hospital, rain or shine. It wouldn't eat unless it saw Lisa. It slept near the emergency room entrance, its eyes fixed on the hospital doors. When the man, now identified as George Miller, was stable enough to be moved out of intensive care, Lisa and the team pleaded with hospital management to let the dog in. They agreed, just once. George hadn't spoken since his stroke. But when the dog entered the room, something changed. The dog whimpered. George's lips trembled. Then came a single tear and a raspy whisper. Bailey. His faithful companion had found help, and now found his way back to him. The reunion was quiet, but powerful. George stroked Bailey's fur over and over, like he was anchoring himself back to life. Lisa, her partner, even the nurses had tears in their eyes. In the days that followed, George's recovery accelerated. He started talking more, smiling, eating. Doctors said it was the emotional connection, a bond that medicine couldn't replace. Soon, George's wife arrived. She had been searching for him since early morning, the day he disappeared. George had taken Bailey for their usual walk, but collapsed in the woods. And Bailey, he never left his side. Eventually, George was discharged. His wife came to take Bailey home first. But a few hours later, the dog returned, curled up outside the hospital again. He stayed one more night, only when George himself came out the next morning. Did Bailey finally get up and walk away with him? Some stories remind us that loyalty can't be taught, that love, real love, transcends species. And sometimes